Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Learn How to Sudoku, where we take a very easy variant Sudoku puzzle and we break it down in detail so that you can learn how to Sudoku. Today's very easy puzzle is called Perfect in Our Imperfection by Will Power. And to be blunt, the reason why I chose this is because it has a yin-yang shading, which, yin-yang, sorry, not shading, it's a yin-yang symbol, but we don't, it doesn't close here. So that's the imperfection of this yin-yang symbol. It would be cool, actually, if we had a yin-yang shading with it, but I don't think we have that, because this is a very easy puzzle. Anyways, let's get to the rules. We have normal Sudoku rules apply, which means in every cell in the grid, place a single digit such that every row, column, and designated 9-cell region contains the digits 1 through 9 exactly once each. We have German whispers, where numbers on a green line are at least 5 apart from their neighbors on the line, or as I like to call them, whisper 5 lines. So, for example, if say this was a 3, this would have to be an 8 or a 9 to be neighbors on the whisper 5 lines, because those are the only digits which are 5 or more away from 3. We also have Dutch whisper lines, where numbers on a red line are at least 4 apart from their neighbors on the line, or as I like to call them, whisper 4 lines. And the reason why is because what does red lines have to do with deal with Dutch people? It doesn't. So I don't. The whole. Actually, what is green? Does green have anything to do with German? I don't know. We just I just sort of I just assumed that they sort of had something to deal with green stuff, but maybe not. Their flag colors are like, I think are like red, black, and what's the third? Um, Yellow? Is it orange? It's not orange. Um, I don't think it's green. Maybe it is green. I know it's red and black. I just don't remember the third color for it. Huh. Anyways, but yeah, that's why I like using Whisper 5 and Whisper 4, because it makes it very clear. It doesn't have any sort of connotations with regards to coloring, so you could make any line, essentially, a Whisper 4 line or a Whisper 5 line, and you can extend that to Whisper 3s, Whisper 2s, Whisper 1s. Anyways, on a Whisper 4 line, numbers on a red line are at least 4 apart from their neighbors on the line. So if this were 3, this would have to be 7, 8, or 9. Again, on the Whisper 4 lines, because these must be 4 apart from each other. And those are the only digits which are 4 away from 3. We have Renban lines, where numbers on a purple line are each a set of non-repeating consecutive numbers in any order. So you could have something like, say, 2, 4, 3, and 5 here. And this would form a valid Renban, because 2, 3, 4, 5 is a set of consecutive non-repeating numbers. You can't have something, though, like 2, 3, 4, and 6, because, again, 6 is not consecutive with 2, 3, and 4. So that's an example of how Renban lines work. We also have killer cages, where numbers in cages sum to the number in the top left corner of the cage. So, for example, these 3 digits must add up to 9, these 3 must add up to 13, these 3 must add up to 13, these 3 must add up to 20, etc., etc. So, as an example, you could have, say, 6, 3, 3, and no. Does that work? Yes, 6, 3, and 7. And those 3 digits add up to 16. So that would satisfy the killer cage rule there. And the final rule set is we have minimum, where the number in the gray square is less than all of its orthogonal neighbors. What are orthogonal neighbors? They are just basically the cells that share an edge with the cell. So you could have something like, say, 6, 4, 6, 3. And then this could be 2. And this would be valid as a minimum because this digit is less than all the digits that share an edge with it. What you could not have here is something like 5 because 5 is greater than 4 and 3, and that's not allowed. Anyways, those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's learn how to Sudoku. Okay, so the interesting ones here are the cages which have full sets of either whisper 5 or whisper 4 lines in between them. Specifically, the whisper 5 line with 13. That adds up to 13. So on a whisper 5 line, specifically, you will always alternate between low digits, which are the digits 1 through 4, and the high digits, which are digits 6 through 9. And the reason why you know that is just try them by themselves. What digits can be next to 1 through 4? 4 can be next to 9, 3 can be next to 8 or 9, 2 can be next to 7 through 9, and 1 can be next to 6 through 9, all of which are high digits. And what digit can be next to a high digit, which are 6 through 9? 6 can be next to 1, 7 can be next to 1 or 2, 8 can be next to 1, 2, or 3, and 9 can be next to 1 through 4, which are all low digits. So, we know this is a combination of low digits and high digits. Can you have a low digit here, which would force 2 highs here? Well, 2 highs in the same column, the minimum is 6 and 7, and the minimum for the low digit would then be 1. So the answer is no. So this has to be a high digit here, which is next to 2 low digits. So again, because we know they alternate between low and highs, these two must be high, these two must be low, these two must be high, and these two must be low, and this is a high. Well, so this is a low next to a high. To add up to 9 for a high digit, it has to be 6, 1, and 2. So this must be 6 here. This is 1 to be 5 away from it, and this must be 2 to be 4 away from that. Because again, this is a whisper 4 line here. So we know this is low. This is 4 away from that low. And it has to be, this is 2, 3, or 4 because it cannot be 1 because of 1 in the column. So this is a low, quote unquote. The thing is that you don't have the same setting for whisper 4 lines though. So we just have to be sort of manual with those. So next to 2, you can only have 7, 8, or 9 because we can't have 6 because of 6 in the row. Next to 7, 8, 9, it could be 1 through 5. And then this is where it gets a little crazy. So this digit must be less than a low digit. So this must also be a low digit. And it's 1, 2, or 3. But this digit is next to 2 unique digits on a whisper 5 line. 4 cannot be there then, because 4 is only next to 1 unique digit on a whisper 5 line. So this could be 2 or 3, which makes this 1 or 2 here. Because this digit is greater than that digit. This can be 7, 8, or 9. This is 4 or more away from 2, 3, or 4. So it has to be 6 through 9 here. You can't have 9 here because 9 would have to be with 1 and 1 to add up to 11. So this can't be 9. This is 8. So if this would try to be a 4, 4 and 8, 4 would force an 8 here, which adds up to 12 already, which is greater than the killer cage. So this cannot be 4. If this is 3, so can this be 3 and 8? Well, it could be 2 and 8 here, so that's fine. This is 2, so this has to be 7, 8, or 9 next to it. This is 2 at minimum, so this has to be 7, 8, or 9 next to it. So if this is 2, it could be 2, 6, and 3. No. 6 and 3 are not 4 away from each other, so that does not work. So 2 and 6 does not work. 3 and 6 doesn't work because that's not 4 away from each other, so this can't be 6. 2, 7 adds up to 9, so that would force this to be 2, which is not possible. So it would have to be 2, 8, and 1. And then 3 cannot be with 8 because that already adds up to 11, but 3, 7, and 1 works. So either way, this has to be a 1 here. So this is 1 and is a low. 1 is next to 5 through 9 on a Whisper 4 line. This Renban line is 6 and it cannot contain 1 or 2. But it could be 6 through 9, so it could be 7, 8, 9, or it could be 3, 4, 5. We don't know which. This is 7 or 8 here. This is a 5-length Renban, so it's at least 5 through, at most 5 through 9, but it has to go down to, at minimum, 3 through 7. So you're guaranteed a 6 there somewhere. So 6 has to be here. You're guaranteed a 5 somewhere on this Renban. And this can't be 6 because of 6 in the column. Also, actually, these add up to 13 and 16. Let's do it that way. We have 13 here and 16 here. That's 29. Minimum, this is 6, obviously. So 29 plus 6 is 35. 45 minus 35 is 10. So these two must add up to 10. And you can't have 2 and 8 here because that's not, you're not going to be able to form a 5-length Renban with 2 and 8. So this has to be 3 and 7. So this is 3 and 7, which forces this to be 1, 7, and 3. Therefore, this can't be 7 here. This can't be 7 here. This has to be 4, 5, 6 to form the Renban. So this is 3 here. We know this has to be, okay, so we have remaining digits in row 5. These add up to 12 plus 3 plus 20. 12 and 3 is 15, 20 is 35, so these also add up to 10. And this is next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line, so cannot be 6, and it can't be 7 because 3 and 7 add up to 10. And we have a 3 in the row. So this is 8 or 9. This has to be 1 or 2 to be next to be adding up to 10. 1 and 2 could be next to 5 through 9 here. But you can't have a 9 here. Because if you try to have 9 here, 5, 1, and 9 add up to 15 already. Which is greater than the sum of the cage. Okay. What? So we can't have 1 and 2 here. We can't have 3 here all along. So, actually, you can't have 8 and 9 here. The only way this 13K can have a 9 is if it's with 1 and 3, but that's not allowed because the 3 can't be here. So the 9 has to be here, which means this cannot be 9. Right? Sorry, this cannot be 9. This can't be 8 and 9. So this has to have an 8. So this is 8. 13 minus 8 is 5. So the other two digits must add up to 5. Well, you can't have 2 and 3. This must be 1, 4, and 8. And 1 can't be here because of 1 in the box. So this must be 1. and this is a 4-8 pair. That leaves the remaining digits in column 5 to be 2, 5, and 9. Okay. Well, remaining digits in this upper central box then are 5, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay. That's interesting. If this is 3, 5, this has to be 4 to make a 4-length Renband there. If this is 7, 9, this has to be 8. So this is 4, 8 here. This 4, 5, 6 triplet eliminates 4, 5, 6 in the rest of the column, so this can't be 5. Where is the 5 then in this upper central box? It must be here. But the 5 cannot be with 9, but it could be with 3 or 7. Yes. So we're guaranteed a 5 here, and then it has 3 or 7 with 4 or 8, and that still works. 9 has to be one of these two. That doesn't tell us too much. Remaining digits. Oh, the 3 here eliminates 3 here. Okay, so then that tells us a lot. Then this has to be a 7, 9 pair, which eliminates 7, 9 in the rest of the box. So this is 3 and 5 here. Which means this must, to form a Renband, it's 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this is 4, which eliminates 4 here. Remaining digits in column 6 are 2 and 8. 8 is not going to be 4 or more away from 7 or 9. So this is 2, this is 8. This 8 eliminates 8 here, so this is 9, which makes this 1 and 9. These have to be, to add up to 13, it's 1 and 3. 1 can't be here because of 1 in the row, so this is 3, this is 1. 3 can only be next to 8 and 9 on a Whisper 5 line, so this is 8. That 8 eliminates 8 here, so this is 4 and 8. That also 8 eliminates 8 here. 1 can be next to 6 or 7 here, which would have to be next to 1 or 2, because 7 is going to be next to only at most 2, and this is 7 is the highest digit. To add up to 20 without a 9, it has to. This is 8. 20 minus 8 is 12. We don't have 3, 9 or 4, 8 available, so this is 5, 7 as a pair. That means the remaining digits in row 5 are 2, 4, and 6. This cannot be 2 or 4, so this must be 6, which means this can't be 6 here. This 6 eliminates 6 here, so this is 5. This can't be 2 or 5, so it's 9. This 5 eliminates 5 in the rest of the column. Eliminates 5 in the rest of the column. This 9 eliminates 9 in the rest of the column. Therefore, that leaves this digit as a 7. Remaining digits in column 4 are 8 and 9. So either of those could be 8 or 9. This can't be 5 or 7. These two add up to 13 with a 1. So it's 5 and 8 or 7 and 6. So it can't be 6 or 8. Remaining 2 can only be 4 or more away from 6, 8, or 9. This can't be 9. Can't be 7 because of it could have been 6 through 9 essentially, but 7 and 9 can't be here because of the 5, 7 pair in the box and the 9 in the box. So this is 6 or 8. This digit is greater than this and must be next to at least an 8. So this is a low digit also. So this cannot be 4 because of 4 in the row. So this is also 2 or 3. And since it's also 2 or 3, we have a 2, 3, 2, 3 pair in this box, which eliminates 2 and 3 in the rest of the box. This can't be 2 or 3. This is 1. That eliminates 1 here. Okay. Remaining digits in this right central box. We have all the even digits, actually. This can't be 2 or 4 then, so this is 6 or 8, which forces this to be a 2-4 pair. Remaining digits in row 4 are 5, 7, 9. Remaining digits in row 6 are 3, 6, and 8. 3 cannot be on a 4-length Renban with 7, because 3, 4, 5, 6 is the max for 4 from 3, so this can't be 3. Where is the 3 then in this row? It has to be here. So that's 3, which eliminates 3 in the column. This is a high digit. This could be still 5. That could still be 5. We are guaranteed one of these has to be a 6, because 7 can only be with 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 4, 5, 6, 7. So one of these this can't be 6, so one of these must be a 6. Which means this cannot be 6 here. Okay. So again, this could be 4 through 9 without the 7. We are guaranteed a 6 here. Next to 6 or 8, it has to be a low digit. Cannot be 5. So it has to be low. This is high. This is low. This is high. So it has to be, what, 2, 3, or 4? Because it can't be 1. Therefore, it's next to a high digit here. Aha! And then, yeah, this has to be high because it's next to 2, 3, or 4. So that's guaranteed. This is 6 through 9. And what digit can be next to here and a high digit here? It has to be 5. 8 or 9 is not 4 or more away from a high digit, which is 6 through 9. So this has to be 5 here. So this is 5, which forces this to be 9, which means 9 cannot be here. Where is 9 in row 4? It cannot be these anymore, so it must be here. So this is 9, which eliminates 9 here. This is 7 or 8. 9 eliminates 9 here, so this is 8, which forces this to be 9. So this has to be a 6-8 pair here to be a Renban for it. So that eliminates 6 and 8 in the rest of the column. This can't be 8, it must be 7. So that forces this to be a low, and it has to be 2. It cannot be 4. 4 is not 4 or more away from 7. So this is 2, which eliminates 2 here. So this is 3, which makes this 2. 3 eliminates 3 here, so it's 5 and 3. 2 can only be next to 6, 8, and 9. And this is guaranteed to be high. What digit can out of 5 or 7 can be next to a high? On a whisper 4 line, it has to be 5. So this is 5 next to 9, which means this is 5 and 8 to add up to 13 with a 1 to add up to 14 total. 5 eliminates 5 here, so it's 7. 8 eliminates 8 here, so it's 6, which makes this 8. Okay, this 9 eliminates 9 here, so it's 7 and 9. 7 here eliminates 7 here, so it's 9. 9 eliminates 9 here, so it's 8. 8 eliminates 8 here, so it's 6, which makes this 8. 2 here eliminates 2 here, so it's 4 and 2. 2 eliminates 2 here, so it's 1. And I think the rest is just normal Sudoku. Yeah, it has to be. Because we've limited what this digit can be, these digits and these digits, from just the clues. So yeah, we just have to do normal Sudoku. Okay, where do we have... Let's see. Okay, we have 7 ones. Where is the 1 in row 7? Cannot be here because of 1s in the boxes. This is an 8 because of a Renban. This can't be 1 because of 1 in the column. So 1 has to be here. Which means we have 8 ones. We know where the last one has to be. It has to be here. 2s. This 2, oh, okay, this 2 eliminates 2 here, so it's 4 and 2. Okay. We don't have enough restrictions on 2s. 3s. Where is 3 in row 1? Cannot be here because of 3 in the boxes. Can't be here because 3 in the column, so 3 has to be here. That means that's 3 in the corner. We celebrate because we know we're close to solving it. In column 3, where's the 3? Can't be here because 3 is in the boxes, so it has to be here. That gives us 8 3s now, which we know where the last 3 has to be. It has to be here. Okay. 4s, we don't have anywhere near enough information. 5s, we don't really have enough information there either. 6s. We don't really have that much information there. 7s, we have more information. Okay, where's the 7 in row 2? Cannot be here because of 7s in the boxes here, and these are filled out, so this is 7 here. That 7 eliminates 7 here, so this is 6, which eliminates 6 here, so it's 4, which eliminates 4 here, so it's 6. This 3 eliminates, this 3 and 4 eliminate 3 and 4 here, so that's 2, which means this can't be 2 anymore, so that's 5 and 2. Okay, that helped a lot. 7s, the remaining digit in row 7 has to be here. That eliminates 7 here, so it's 5 and 7 there. We have 8 7s. We know where the last 7 has to be. It has to be there. Okay, so 8s. We have 8 8s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, so we know where the last 8 has to be. It has to be there. 9s. We should have 8 and 9s, I think, too. Yep. 8 9s. We know where the last 9 has to be. It has to be there. So go back to 2s. We should have actually a lot of 2s. We do. We have 8 of them, so we know where the last 2 is. It has to be there. I think we have 3s are already done. Yeah. 4s. The 4 in the lower right box cannot be here, so this must be 4. 4 in row 9 cannot be here because of 4 in the column, so it must be here. 4 in row 3 has to be here because that's the last digit. And then we have 8 4s. We know where the last 4 has to be. It has to be there. 5s. Where's the 5 in row 1? It has to be there. That means where's the 5 in row 3? Cannot be here. It has to be here. And I think that's all the 5s, actually. That's 9 5s, right? Nope. We have 8 5s. We know where the 9th one has to be. It has to be there. So that's 5s. 6s. 6 is left over here. 6 is left over here. And 6 is left over here. And that's a solution. Yeah, flowed very well. It was a very nice use of the Whisper 4 and Whisper 5 lines with the cages to essentially restrict things a certain amount. And the Renbands, I guess, yeah. Just overall, very good use of the lines to restrict things with the cages. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Learn How to Sudoku, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.